Hi, my name is Kenny Johnston. I'm the Senior Director for Product Management covering the Ops section. I'm doing the pre-record video for the Ops section group conversation occurring tomorrow, September 16th. Today's September 15th. Let me go ahead and share my screen and get started. I'm really excited for today's update. I've got a lot of content highlights to share in this video. I'm really excited about the GC and the conversation we're going to have tomorrow. So let's just run through the content highlights. As a reminder, this is my dog joining me. This is the top slide that goes through kind of the highlights from the rest of the deck, the things that I want to highlight for tomorrow's conversation. First, I want to start with product performance indicators. We had a great product performance indicator review yesterday, actually, and if you follow the link in these slides, you'll get access to the note stock as well as our products performance indicator page, but some of the highlights from that conversation and our progress as a section towards meeting our performance indicators of SMAO are that in our package stage, which actually does not have a SMAO goal instrumented or SMAO performance indicator instrumented yet, exceeded their Q3 goal and then set a new goal for themselves. And the release stage, which does have SMAO instrumented, surpassed 100,000 SMAO in the last month, which is awesome. Both great accomplishments for two stages that are, we hope to become future strong pillars of our single DevOps platform. So great to see the continued investment in those stages paying off. Awesome work to the package and release stage groups. Next, we had a realignment in the last 6 weeks where we realigned, we basically disbanded the Monitor APM team and moved those team members to more critical areas in fulfillment, telemetry, and in verify. So you can follow the link to the issue specifically where that happened and see some of the background for why and how we chose which groups and which groups were a higher priority if you want to dig in a little bit deeper. We also, as part of our effort to make sure we're appropriately balancing and focusing on some of our core capabilities, specifically in Verify. Some of the, they're not necessarily categories, we call them feature labels, but some of the features within Verify that used to fall in the Verify CI group are now going to be the responsibility of the secrets management category, which lives in the release management group in release. So that is both an effort to provide a more holistic experience to our users who think of things like deploy keys, variables, tokens, and secrets as very similar, as well as make sure we're spreading our investment appropriately and allowing the CI team to focus on kind of core CI capabilities. Next, as part of that realignment to from the Monitor APM group, we also created a new group in Verify called Pipeline Authoring. They will be focused on that pipeline authoring experience, the process of authoring your CI YAML. It's great we have stable counterparts in UX and product to lead that group that came from the Monitor APM team, Dove and Nadia. So we're really excited for them to hit the ground running in that new group. Things I'm excited about, the little hearts smiley face logo is the things we're excited about. In reviewing all the things that team members contributed to what they're excited about coming forward in our roadmap, the two that I wanted to really highlight was on-call schedule management. This is in our Monitor group, the former Monitor Health group. It's really a great continuation of our focus on this kind of end of the DevOps loop, bringing it back into feedback for plan, where we have great alert and incident management capabilities, and we're also going to add on-call schedule management. So think about a complete DevOps team. Various team members are on call for any operational incidents that might occur. We want to have you be able to perform that capability, things you would do in a product like PagerDuty, right there in GitLab in your single DevOps platform. Second thing I'm super excited about is it's a first step, and I love celebrating our first steps, but it's a first step towards the content that you provide in your GitLab CI YAML file being presented in other parts of the application, not just driving pipeline creation and how the runner executes those pipeline creation, but also driving how that's displayed and you can interact with it. The first example that I highlighted was variable descriptions in pipelines. So I'm excited to see how you can use writing the description in your CI YAML file for a variable. It would then show up when you click manually run pipeline so that your users who might be running that pipeline who didn't create it can have a much better experience in understanding what's going on in their pipeline and what some of maybe the default variables might be. So that's really exciting, and you can think about a lot of different ways that we can surface annotations from that CI YAML file in maybe pipeline descriptions or job descriptions so that those who didn't write the YAML who are interacting with the pipeline can have a better understanding of what's going on. The heart is for our gratitude section. So moving on to gratitude, one of the things I really wanted to highlight was the Monitor APM team. They've now moved to other roles in other groups, but they accomplished a number of awesome things in our dashboarding and Prometheus integration and metrics and logging aggregation that were all pretty astounding for a small team. So I wanted to thank them and for their kind of one team attitude as we went through the realignment, really focused on how they can ensure we're contributing to make GitLab as a whole most successful. The celebration thing is about accomplishments. There's a whole section of accomplishments in this deck. I encourage you to look at all of them. Some of the ones that I pulled out were matrix jobs, cleanup process for the container registry, which allows our users to better manage their container storage. Pipelines for forked MRs, it's a shorthand for allowing you to run the pipeline in the parent project for a forked MR, so you get kind of more security and control over how that pipeline is run before you might merge a forked MR's merge request. Group deploy keys was a much sought after feature from our users. Terraform state management has continued to improve. It was originally released in 13.0, but you've seen the ability to manage multiple Terraform states and better access control for the Terraform state management. And then alert and incident management has really come a long way just in the last 6 weeks with improved capabilities in alert lists and incident management lists, and they'll be continuing to the Monitor Health Group will be continuing to iterate on that, building new capabilities, and as I mentioned, even going so far as moving into on-call schedule management. And then I always include a closing slide for what today's International Day is. Today is World Ozone Day. I encourage you to take a look at the slide and follow some of the links and some of the activities that you can perform. Really highlighted for me that in the past, our whole world has come together and solved really complex global environmental problems, and that we do have shining examples of how we can do that. So I look forward to the conversation tomorrow and the questions, and as always, feel free to ask us as tough of questions as you can think. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.